brother man. Mans. Brother man. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother.
We're trying to fucking film a podcast here, you asshole.
I have a fucking hair in my mouth, dude.
Your mouth is a hair.
I have a hair.
Yeah.
We're good.
You good?
Yeah, we're good.
You fucking wash your mustache every now and then. You whatever that is shit.
I did earlier, dude. Just a couple hours
What,
ago.
earlier this month? It's the fucking 30th.
Come on. Is it?
Yeah.
Damn.
All day.
Tomorrow's Halloween, motherfucker.
Shit. Not for the people listening, though. You don't even know me like that, dude. It's way past at that point.
How way past do you think it is past Halloween by the time they listen to this? Jeez.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a whole other month,
what do you-
dude.
what do you
It's
think?
It is a
it's
different
whole other
month. He's
at
not
the
wrong.
point when you're gonna be listening to this shit, dude. It's gonna be.
I hate that your stupidity is 90% right sometimes.
yeah.
Well, if you want to hear some more fucking.
No, I don't. I'm good.
Some
I
more
don't need it.
stupidity. Boy, you came to the right fucking place, baby. It's the Brother Man Podcast, where all we talk is stupidity.
That's right, brother maniacs. We're coming at you live with another wild episode.
Now, sure, like we can read a friggin',
No, we
you
can't.
know, like a
can't
list of key notes and stories we got for you that we may or may not have found on the interwebs. That doesn't mean we're smart. We're just reading key notes that we saw someone else read and fabricate in their minds.
What are you talking?
You weren't kidding when you were saying you're about to hear more dumb shit.
Holy
Holy shit, dude.
It's your man, Juice.
Thanks for joining us for another week.
With me are all three of my beautiful, lovely fucking co-hosts, dude. My man, Matt.
Like, follow, subscribe, brother man.
Yeah, dude, do it right
Instagram,
now. Pause the
Twitter,
shit. Hold on.
YouTube.
Pause. Thank you.
Click the bell in the top corner.
Yeah, click the shit, dude. Hit play. We got our boy Carl over here.
Pause it again.
Pause. Pause. What do you
Did
gotta
you
say?
follow the social medias?
Yeah, you got to follow, subscribe, like, comment,
Okay.
Obey.
tell your friends,
Listen
like
and
it.
obey.
tell your enemies. Actually, tell your enemies.
You know
People
what's
you
really
fucking
cool,
hate
dude?
The most.
Yeah, just take the fucking YouTube link, dude, or whatever platform you listen to it.
Send it
take
to the Pope.
link and go on
No,
like
the Pope
your
already
favorite.
listens. I talked to him last week.
The
The
Pope?
The Pope listens. Yeah.
Pope?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I don't know if all of them have internet, so you probably can't. You know, like
You don't
his word
think
of
the
mouth
Pope?
only.
You
went
don't
so
think the
far.
Pope has internet?
No, I'm saying
You
all
don't
of his
think the-
homies.
They have a
all
VPN
his-
for specific downloads.
all of his homies in the Vatican might not have a whole lot of like internet.
Oh no, trust me, the Pope's got a very encrypted internet.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Otherwise, they would have been called for child porn years ago.
You're right. Years ago.
Catholic Church, man.
Preach.
I'd rather not.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Wait a minute.
I'm not into babies.
Yeah, they would take the fucking link and post on like your favorite public Facebook group, dude, and just let it there.
Posted in every
Even though it might get
weird Reddit
flagged.
forum you're a part of.
Yeah, every Reddit forum, even though you may have absolutely nothing to do with the thing and like you might get flagged or removed from the group, just do it. Just do it.
That's what
Join
friends are
another
for.
group. Figure it out. Hit play. We got our boy Dot down here, dude.
Did you know the Vatican
Elton
is
John.
its own state?
Yes, technically it is.
It is not. It's actually like separate from Italy in general. It has its own laws.
It does indeed.
It does definitely has its own laws.
Yeah. Yeah,
Laws
it
and
definitely has its
regulations.
own laws.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're,
like,
they're just slightly looser than like everybody
Most
else.
buildings have
Depends
their own
what
laws.
age you are.
All buildings have their own laws, dude. We have laws in this building.
Well, you know the Vatican's a city.
We never wrote down like an official like law thing in this establishment, dude. Like rules and
There's no
do's and
rules.
don'ts.
There's very
So
limited.
there's no laws that
rule.
can
The
be
number one
enforced in here?
rule of Brother Man is there is no rules.
Absolutely no laws.
Zero laws,
None.
zero rules,
We're a
zero
lawless
regulations.
podcast.
Do and say whatever you want around these parts.
Come on, let me come up with at least
I'm not going to impose any rules. on
Thou
anybody
shalt
that I
not
would.
steal from the community money cup.
That's an unwritten rule. I mean,
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
just a
that's a law.
brotherhood
That's just a
code.
respectful thing to do.
Yeah, that's just
I was
that's
just trying to come up with a
something you
fucking
should have
law,
learned
dude.
from a very young
Yeah,
age.
keep your little dirty little dick beaters off.
Now I'm
of it.
gonna watch you around my
I
wallet.
never took the fucking money, dude. I'm just saying, like, we need to come up with at least one
Nobody
rule,
here
dude.
ever has. So why is it gotta
Yeah.
be a rule?
You're right.
Yo, but speaking of taking money, I got a question for you boys. I saw this in the news this week. There's a woman who is being ridiculed in some fashion by some people, not by everybody, about her not giving up her seat on a plane for a family to be able to sit together.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so Marissa Friedman was asked by another passenger to change seats so that their family could sit together. And Friedman refused and posted several videos on TikTok explaining why. So basically what she said is or basically the scenario was mainly she's in first class. The seat she would have switched with was in coach. So they were asking her to switch like $1,000 seat with like a $200 seat, and she refused. And then
Rightfully so.
yeah, rightfully so, exactly.
Paid for that
Hey,
seat.
pay for $1,000 fucking
Yeah,
dollars.
I mean, I don't know that it was those are the exact numbers, but that's
gotta be
like
pretty
that.
fucking
I mean,
close.
that's that's how fucking ridiculous first class is. It's expensive. And she even said, like, sometimes it's totally worth it to sit somewhere else so a family can be together. Other times, when it would mean leaving a truly amazing seat in first class, it makes sense to say no way. Yeah, like, if you came to me and I was able to afford a first class ticket, even if it's another first class ticket that isn't the first class ticket I bought, no. Plan ahead. Dude, like, plan your shit better. There's no reason I should be inconvenienced because you're a fucking idiot.
Well,
like,
the one time I flew, well, the one time I was flying, I should say, I had the window seat, and a woman came over to me, and she had the aisle seat, and she says, "Excuse me, like, would you mind switching with me? I get motion sickness, you know, it'd be the window helps me." I was like, "Okay, that's fine, I'll do that." Shit's over there, closes the window right away.
oh, I would have hit her then.
I was like, "You fucking."
Yeah. No, I would say no.
I started like ever since then.
You should have got a stewardess and been like, "This lady took my seat."
Ever since then, I don't fucking switch.
Dude, it could literally be I'm in the aisle seat and the lady literally or the guy right across the aisle that's sitting basically right next to me says, "Hey, could we switch?" I will tell him no. It's the seat I paid for.
And then I
It's the
never,
seat I'm
and then I
sitting
never
in.
did it again because I was like, you just
it.
burnt me. Like,
No, I
you needed that
wouldn't-
fucking seat because you needed to look out the window in the first.
No,
place.
Dude,
You just
it's
closed
happened
the
to me at
window.
football games where I went, like,
Very
I got a
petty.
ticket for like an NFL game and I went to go sit in my seat and somebody was sitting in my seat already.
Go and move.
Yeah,
I
like,
wouldn't say people
like-
that buy shitty seats are stupid.
They're not stupid, but you know
Well,
I'm
you're
not
Yeah,
saying
but
buying a
I would
shitty
say-
seat makes you stupid. I'm saying
But,
not
like, the
planning
planning of it,
ahead
yeah.
enough to get enough
your
seats in the
family.
seat. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes you a shitty parent.
Yeah, that makes you.
and
kinda
why do
dumb
you
to
why do you
get
need to
your
sit with
shit
your
straight.
family during the flight anyway?
Yeah.
I mean, it is kind of nice. to
Yeah, but at the
not
same
feel
time,
like- well, you know, like there are weird people out there. You know, like
What's gonna happen?
it'd be
in
nice to just
it's not like you're
Be able to have an
it's not like you
eye
guys
on
are gonna sit there and play Monopoly.
no, but depending on how long of a flight, it'd just be nice to oversee.
Where are they gonna
them,
go?
make
We'll
sure
plan-
they're
we'll plan
okay
it
and
out.
shit.
That's
Where are
easy.
they gonna go?
We'll plan
I
that
don't know,
out.
dude. Haven't you ever seen that plane movie with Jodie Foster and shit? Fuck, shit
Why
was
does everything
crazy.
come back to a movie?
Shit was crazy as fuck. Are you kidding me?
You ever seen
I was gonna say, you ever,
plane?
you ever seen snakes on a plane?
You ever
dude,
seen
like,
Soul
I've-
Plane?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of plane
Unfortunately, I
movies,
have.
and sometimes they go places.
About
and-
airplanes and
and
automobiles. What was it? Trains, planes, and automobiles. You ever see
Yep.
that?
No.
Bed knobs and broomsticks. You ever see the movie Airplane?
We're just asking if we ever seen movies. That's all we're doing right now.
That's what it's turned
Well, if
into.
we figured Juicebox likes to bring up movies, so we'll give him every single one about planes.
So let's just find out what he knows about movies.
See, I mean,
What about JJ the jet plane?
Well, dude, I can't talk shit on someone not properly scheduling like a group thing of plane tickets because I have never personally had to go online or onto any app and order.
It's very easy. That's why you can
group
talk
of
shit
plane
because even though you've
tickets.
never done it, you could do it flawlessly your first shot because
See, but
it's
isn't
super
it like-
fucking simple.
See,
to
like,
go,
it could be
oh,
like movie theaters though, and like certain spots could be sold out.
So
where
you know what
can't
you
get,
do?
like
You-
a 4 spot or like a 4.
you know,
look for a
do it,
different
you
airline.
Go, oh, I got to either
different
go to a
flight or
different
something.
flight, or maybe
Yeah.
maybe I change my dates. I push my flight back 2 weeks because
Yeah.
the flight should be like one of the first things things you purchase.
And then you schedule the rest around that.
Yeah, because
That's when you're coming and going.
Yeah, exactly. Every like to buy a hotel not knowing you can get there is stupid. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get me wrong.
feel
Like
that.
Flights get delayed, flights get canceled,
if you're
things
doing
happen.
that for like the adventure of not booking a flight and just flying somewhere and flying by the seat of your pants, that's fine. Like I get
Yeah.
that,
Like the last minute
but
plane
don't
tickets.
then
shit.
inconvenience other people for your inconvenience. Like I hate
Oh, yeah,
that's
dude, for
inconsiderate.
sure. I would never give up $1,000 or like whatever the
not
difference
giving
of
up
like
the
a
same-
price
you're
may
not-
be. I'm not gonna give the shit up.
I'm not even
dude.
giving
There's
up the
no
money.
way.
It's the money, not money aside. It's the principle of I was able to do it. Why can't you? I'm not going to make your life easier and my life difficult because you couldn't do the simple thing that I did.
I have always
It's
wanted
just-
to do the thing from Yes Man where he just walks into the airport and buys the first ticket out.
That
I
would
have
be fun.
always wanted to do
Yeah,
that.
I agree. That, would be fun.
cool.
Yeah,
Like
then you end
what's
up-
the next plane that's leaving and then just go
the
somewhere.
only like fairly kind of
Yeah, then you end up in fucking
sketchy thing
South
is-
Bend, fucking.
Well, that's what happened to him. It's like he ended up in like a
Yeah.
shit place, but he was just like it was just the adventure of
Yeah,
going
there's-
somewhere.
There's something cool to see everywhere, though. Even in small town, rural.
You go see the
other thing-
world's
Like,
largest rubber band
there's
ball,
something
whatever,
cool. There's, like,
whatever
cool
they
views.
have.
The coolest thing at South Bend is Notre Dame. Everything else sucks.
I would
No,
probably
I
do
guarantee
that.
there's probably like some cool like nature sites around there, sightseeing places,
Yeah.
historical places.
I mean, it's very flat and a lot of
Butt plug
cornfields.
factory, something to
yeah,
tour.
but I
There's
guarantee
history everywhere. There's gotta be
there's
something
something
cool.
there
Well, that,
that's
I don't
cool. That's
probably
not
that
just,
airport's
like,
only there for
like I
Notre
get it.
Dame.
It's not like you're not going to be riddled with like adrenaline the whole time you're there, but you can still
They had a Texas Roadhouse.
learn
Yeah,
something.
it's either that or it's Iowa, and there's, I mean,
Because like you think about our area, it seems pretty boring to us, but there's a lot of cool stuff around us, and there's a lot of beautiful like natural sightseeing
Yeah.
places within 30 minutes of us, 20 minutes,
Yeah,
5
like
minutes. I mean, you can
Al's Diamond Cabaret.
That's beautiful, and it's not even
Al's
a mile
Diamond
away.
Cabaret.
Yeah, look at
Yeah.
that. That's one of the most beautiful natural sightseeing
Cotton
places you can
Street.
see.
I would
Oh,
do
dude,
your
don't even get me-
hypothetical.
I do. Speaking of Cotton Street,
Third and
actually,
Franklin.
Not Cotton, but Chestnut. It's a couple streets over.
Yeah.
On the way home from work the other day,
Beautiful.
I saw a naked woman getting wrangled by a police officer.
Oh
She's
yeah.
trying to. So I'm in the left lane. It's a 2-lane road, one way. I'm in the left lane, and up ahead, I'm at like the red light, and like 3/4 of the way up the block, I see a double parked car, which is a natural sight that I see very often, and I fucking can't. That brings me back to the fucking airplane seat. Don't make your small inconvenience of having to walk 30 feet my fucking inconvenience of having to sit behind you and then getting a red light, and then
Yeah.
I'm fucking 5 minutes later getting home or somewhere I needed to get to because you couldn't fucking carry your groceries 13 extra feet. Fuck you. Where
I was
was
mad
I?
today.
Where was I?
Naked woman getting rest.
Oh, so
wrangled.
I pull out of the red light and I romp on it to get over in front of the car so I don't have to worry about being inconvenienced.
I don't know where a
and,
naked
um,
woman hits her.
I fucking honk the horn like I do going by every double parked car because I don't let them get away with it without being somewhat annoyed. And as I hit the horn, I look over and see that it's a gray Dodge Charger unmarked police car, and there's a cop wrangling a woman down the steps who is covered in she's butt-ass naked, but has a blanket thrown over her shoulder. And he's walking her out of the house. She gets down the first step and does like one of those moves, sheds the blanket, and like he
Trying
was
to get
holding
away?
on. Yeah, like he was holding on to her over the
tit?
blanket, like shoulders kind of. And she did that. His hands got off. She got like two parts down the steps, and he like literally like jumped down onto her and like grabbed her and wrangled her. And then, but like that's all I saw in that like passing moments. And then I don't know what happened, but I hope he won. I love she seemed dangerous.
She was armed. She had two of them.
She was literally armed.
Dude,
Yeah.
imagine like he goes home.
That's gotta
that
be a
day,
health and safety violation.
His wife's like, so how was your
How was
day?
your day? Oh, dude.
I wrangled a naked woman.
Dude, imagine that. And she couldn't have been clean.
Did
I-
you or the cop get hard, dude?
No, I'm usually hard no matter what.
alright.
Almost always when I'm driving through the city. So that made me. I think I'm gonna get a dash cam soon. One, because those are
Dude,
like
all
those
cars
aren't
should have
rare
them.
occurrences. That's
No.
something you see
Yeah,
pretty
hell
like.
yeah.
I see Anthony sees so much weird shit too. He
Yeah.
drives 2 blocks into the city closer than I do, so we have the same.
Oh, you get a little deeper in there.
Dude, all cars should have dash cams.
Yeah, he's more in center. I'm more a little fringe, so I'll see like more crime. Actually.
You say I see more crime?
I'd see more crime. Friday when I left work, I'm pretty sure I heard a gunshot.
Oh, I do all the time.
Like 2-3
Probably.
blocks over because it was. I mean, it wasn't a backfire. I know a car backfire, and it was a loud boom, and I was just like, it literally was like, huh? I think that was a gunshot.
Well,
Open a car door, get in, and drive away like nothing happened.
the other
Like,
day, me and Megan were
Christ.
going from her house to my house, so we cut through the city to come up.
Yeah, you come up past
And there's this lady, I'm gonna call her Methany because she was spun,
probably the same woman that got arrested. In
and
my story.
she's going down the street doing the old shuffle,
Oh yeah.
and she's just going woo. Takes a couple more steps, woo, and I'm
a good
like,
old time.
I'm pretty sure I sat through a green light because I'm just watching because I'm like, this is gonna turn into something. I can tell. I shit you not, just across the street from a church with like a line of like 50 people waiting to get in, like waiting for the sermon to end so they can go in for the next one, and they're all just staring at her. And I'm like, if there's anybody out here who needs Jesus,
Thou shalt
it's
not
that
judge.
lady.
Thou shalt not judge.
This one time, me and Laura were going to our landlord actually invited us to a poker night, and his one buddy lives in like a warehouse in Reading. I don't remember where it is because I don't really know Reading that well.
There's plenty of them he could have bought.
But it was like, it's a sweet fucking setup. But we're sitting at a red light, and we heard a gunshot. And me being the guy that's trying to keep, I'm trying to keep Laura. You're not feeling like
Like we're in
make
danger.
Sure she's feeling safe. She's like, oh, she's like, that was close. I'm like, nah, that's probably a couple blocks over. I felt it through the gas pedal. It was that
Jesus.
fucking close. Like the
Holy
vibration,
shit.
like the percussion from the round. I felt it through. I was on through the gas pedal. I was like, it was fucking
Jesus.
close. And I'm like, oh no, it's a couple blocks away.
We're good.
Because it was like 10 o'clock at night. It was like
Everyone's safe.
quiet and dark, and then I literally felt it through the pedal.
Ooh, so I wanna update this story a little bit. It was business class, so it wasn't a first class for coach. It was business class.
Well, all you gotta do is tell them and be like, hey, are you doing this for work? And they
So
say
this
no.
green was the lady who's being accused of not giving up her seat.
MF stands for motherfucker.
It stands for Marissa Friedman.
Oh,
Motherfucker.
it's my motherfucking seat.
Let me tell you, bitch. Oh, so she was like posting videos like as this was happening on TikTok.
Yeah, she posted videos about it.
So she's being ridiculed.
Yeah, she was. But a lot of people were also on her side, like all four of us.
Most people just suck.
Yeah, I mean, flying and traveling is already stressful enough. And
I could get it if like you were on a train or a bus. But being in a plane, you ain't getting up and moving around really, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I get Carl's point. Like, now that I think about it, if there was like a medical reason for it.
Yeah, we're like
that woman, if she actually got, like, maybe she only got motion sickness when the plane took off and when it landed, so she opened it then, closed it then. Okay, he's shaking his head no, so probably not.
No,
But
she
either way.
closed it right away and it said close the whole flight.
Go back to the map thing.
But
on it.
I would do it if there's hold on, let me make
click
this
that
a little
first link up
smaller.
there on the top.
I would
Oh,
I would do it if it's like a medical reason, like if there's
No, dude.
Is that a
you-
whole video? Hold on.
You have to keep in
You
mind,
want to play
dude,
that?
If that woman had that seat already, because she I'm assuming was traveling by herself because she wasn't with anyone else.
yeah.
The mom or whoever is being a bitch and calling this woman out, dude, when they went on the fucking thing to like order the seats,
Yeah.
she would have seen this. So she probably thought, oh, like we can probably work out a deal where like I'll just talk to that person and, you know, like they'll understand.
Yeah.
She probably went into it already like assuming that person would get up. And it's fucked.
Yeah. I agree. I agree.
You just tell them.
Like,
Like-
if once again I haven't ordered tickets, but if it's like doing it for
Oh, it's
like
got-
a
it's
modernized
exactly-
like
it's
movie
exactly
theater
like
thing,
It's the same.
see the
This
color
is a
code fucking
screenshot
seats, dude.
of the ordering menu, like on a phone. That's what this is. See, so like that's exactly how you would
who
order
ordered
your seats.
first because the
But that
red
doesn't
ones
matter either.
It doesn't.
Well,
it doesn't
it
matter
kinda
if
does.
those are the seats you
Doesn't
chose.
matter.
Those are the seats you chose.
You fucking chose. You
It's
sit in them.
it's
even if they ordered it first, if they didn't order,
Make
they,
your bed, lie in it. You ever hear that? Like that's
Well, I mean, I kind of think it does make a difference because if the 4 red seats were ordered first, like you
Then they fucked
definitely
up.
would
Then they
have
fucked
fucking
up.
like.
Either
If
way,
you saw the screen, you should have.
Either
but, like,
way,
if the
like-
green seat was bought first
That's still her seat, though.
and you knowingly did that, and like I don't know,
It's not like
It's-
planes have single seats.
here's the thing, Juice. As a tall guy, I would prefer an aisle seat versus a window seat
Yeah, 'cause
because
it's
I can
like-
get my
'cause
leg
it's,
out into the aisle when nobody's moving,
earn
and
it.
I get that little slightly extra bit of leg
You should
room
get
that's
the
there.
emergency door seats.
Or
though.
I get or those seats. So for somebody, if somebody came and asked me to switch to a window, I'm especially telling them no. Or to your point, like if only these 2 seats are open and I choose the one on the outside, therefore spoiling like so to your point, if these 2
I'm like,
outer
when
red,
ordering
well,
it,
hold
like,
on,
you
if
knew
these
what you
2
were
outer
ordering.
if these 2 outer red ones were available, this top right one and the bottom right one,
Okay.
and the green one was available when she went on, and she saw that there was 1 seat already available and there was 2 seats next to each other available, and still chose one of the 2 seats next to each other. I still have no fault with that because I would do that same thing because I want the aisle seat because I want leg room. I don't want to be fucking knees to fucking chest for
Heard it.
6 hours in a plane.
So
So like either way, it doesn't matter. You got there in time to first come first serve. You all our money's the same.
Their original mistake was booking with Delta.
I switched seats twice actually.
You're good.
So
man.
no, hold on. This one worked out to my benefit.
Now so if there's incentive, there's a maybe, but you can't just expect somebody
No,
to
so
Switch
there
to
was-
first class.
There was a
Well, if
guy.
it's for your incentive, of course
Exactly.
you're gonna try to do what you want, but you're not gonna.
That's how you get people
feed
to do
into
things
someone
for you.
else's
You gotta give to
incentives.
get.
Well, there was
Yeah.
a guy that was in the emergency seat area, and you're obligated to help
Yeah, in the case
be
of
able to
an
do
accident.
that. He probably ordered that seat, and then they realized that this guy has a medical condition and he wouldn't be able to help.
Mm-hmm.
So they came over to me. They're like, well, would you be willing to switch seats? I'm like, depends what it is. And they said emergency, the exit seat. I'm like, absolutely.
Yeah, because you get like 2
You get
extra
so-
feet of leg room.
Yeah, the way that plane was set up there, you had like flight attendants. That's where they sat across from you, like facing you. So there was like
Shoot,
there was
nothing
like
in front of you.
dude, it was like as wide as this fucking table. I'm like, yeah, this is great.
Yeah, you definitely do that.
Yeah, I was like, then that's the second.
Why
time.
couldn't you sit there? Well, like why couldn't the other person sit there, dude?
He
Especially
explained
'cause it's
that.
not
Did you not
cons-
listen to my?
He explained that. He said the guy had a medical condition, and if you are seated at the emergency exits, you have to help
You're
when people are
obligated
exiting. If there's an emergency, they have to exit. You're obligated to
Fucking
help.
School bus shit. Like,
Yeah.
you
Exactly.
have to.
You stand by the door
Oh shit.
And make sure
and help.
everybody gets out.
Yeah, and help everybody
Basically,
get
you're
out.
the last one out. You're probably gonna die.
So you have to be willing to die for your
shit.
flight.
I'm willing
Do
to die
they
for a
like
little
tell
bit
you
extra.
that like before?
They tell
don't
you.
say, like,
They don't
orders?
ask you, are you willing to die? Hey, are
No,
you?
Are you willing to help?
But like, do they
Yeah.
ask you that like,
Absolutely.
prior to buying that
that's,
seat?
that's why you get to sit there.
Yeah. It's the benefit and the.
Are they discounted because of
No.
which? Okay.
They're not like you might die sitting in the seat.
No, because they're giving you a benefit if you get literally the fucking
So
most
much leg room.
precious
Accommodation.
no, it's not what I'm
Commo-
thinking.
commodity?
Yeah, the most precious commodity on the plane is space.
Because it's
And
already
you're
a cheap
getting-
seat,
and
and then
you-
you
yeah.
get like you get
Right.
leg room that you probably have more leg room than first class.
You
'cause it's
probably,
fucking
honestly,
huge.
there's
That's cool.
there. If that wasn't there, they would stuff another row of seats
Seats
right
there.
there. So you're literally taking up probably, let's say a plane ticket's $300. Most planes are 6 seats. That's what, $3,600,
I also got a
right?
question. So, how many people here have you flown on a plane, right?
$1,800.
Yeah.
You haven't
Yes.
flown on a plane, right?
I have.
Okay,
It
so
was
like
pre 9/11.
most
It was a
planes-
very long time ago.
the seat reclines.
A little bit, yeah, like 2 inches.
I've been on multiple planes where they won't let you recline it.
I've been on planes like that too. Like,
I'm like,
cheaper,
if this
cheaper
fucking
planes,
seat
cheaper flights.
reclines, why can I not recline it? Like, well, it gives away from people from the seat behind you.
Not if everybody leans
Yeah,
Not if
back.
everybody
If it
leans the fuck.
reclines,
Then don't make the
yeah.
seats recline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Please be kind. Don't
Honestly,
recline.
that fucking 2 inches. What is that gonna do?
that's what she said.
I mean, for
No,
someone.
Carl,
tall
that's
like
why you have to
Matt-
go around on the plane and get everybody to accept that you're going to recline. If everybody reclines, there is no less 2 inches.
Well, nah, dude, because if someone tall like Matt, regardless, it's gonna angle back more to where
No,
like,
It's not that
tall
close,
people
though.
are gonna get like
It's-
inconvenienced.
It's not like it's not like it's a movie theater, Juice. They don't go
fight-
back that
They
far.
go back like 2 inches, maybe.
The fight that should be fought, yeah, is not. Yeah, the
dude.
fight. I'm.
They should put movie theater seats in all airplanes.
No, we should really be fighting for just more space in planes. Like they can afford it. Plane tickets are expensive as they are, and they definitely.
But
make
that
enough
cuts into their
money.
profit, man.
Exactly. That's the real fight.
They should
here.
just put bus seats. Buses don't need seatbelts. Why does the Sky Bus need a seatbelt? What's it going to help?
It's called a sky bus.
It's what it is. What's the seatbelt help?
It is.
Yo,
Tell me what the seatbelt helps in a plane.
Y'all talking about the big old bus in the sky.
Dude, I ran
What is
on
going to
this-
happen in the plane that the seatbelt's going to save my life?
Dude, I ran about this fucking forever ago, and we never could come to a conclusion about it.
What
do
if
you
you?
remember that, but you
the
never
only
remember
time
the
I could
fucking
see it
story?
saving your life, Juice, is if you hit
Because
another
I'm-
plane on the runway.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
you're still-
Nah, dude.
300 miles an hour. I don't think that's gonna help much.
Like you
either.
both just start moving and hit.
Well,
Then that seatbelt kind of. I mean, it's all.
Dude, ain't
It's
gonna
not
do
a fucking
shit.
5-point harness. You're still going forward.
It's literally just a lap belt. Like,
Yeah, it's a
not doing
lap
What's the
belt.
point of the
I've been on
seatbelt?
some pretty crazy plane flights.
Yeah, but what's the point of the seatbelt?
It's to keep people in their seat when they're
That's
supposed
really
to
what
stay
it
in their
is. It's just to
seat.
make sure you stay in your seat when you hit
Stay in
turbulence.
Who
seat.
decided there needed to be one in the first place, though?
Probably for people that couldn't contain themselves, you had to lock them in the seat to keep them in the fucking.
That's like
plane,
that
dude.
guy on that freaked out on that flight, and they
Look,
fucking.
right here
Take this out.
specifically said aircraft safety belts are designed to keep passengers in their seats during
it's
minor and
like
catastrophic events like turbulence or impacts on the ground. The fundamental goal of an aircraft seatbelt is not to save a life if the plane crashes.
It's like
Yeah,
literally
it's-
So
keep
it's
your-
literally just to
it's-
keep your
it's the whole
body
panic,
in
dude.
its spot.
It's literally there so like you're
So,
not
so that
standing
if
when
the
you're
plane
hitting
crashes,
turbulence.
you don't become a missile yourself and hit somebody else.
Well, it's probably
Yeah,
because
that.
of turbulence, so they don't want you in the aisle. When they get turbulence, you fall and get hurt.
Yeah.
Then why don't boats have seatbelts?
Well, some of them might.
Boats have seatbelts.
Have you ever been on a ferry? And what boat have you been on with a seatbelt? That sounds very dangerous.
Yeah, it's those like stunt boats. and
Yeah.
shit, dude. They got seatbelts.
Like if there's ever a vehicle I don't want a seatbelt, it's a boat.
You mean a race boat? I don't think they
Yeah.
have stunt boats.
Nah, they got
Boats-
stunt boats, dude.
Yeah, they got boats that do
They
just
totally got
that.
stunt boats.
What type of stunt you do?
Well, they have
They're
those
sick
ones that
as
do like
fuck.
backflips and
There's
shit
those,
like that.
Those,
Yeah, there's
those
the-
ones we talked about before that like dive like submarine style. Those
Yeah.
are
I guess
stunt
it's a
Dude,
stunt
I
boat,
saw it
yeah.
in like
You're-
South
you're-
Carolina, dude. At fucking Myrtle Beach.
You're
there was
holstered
this
into
one
those.
in the bay, dude. Like,
That's
you
like a
could pay to
submarine
go
Well-
on this-
kinda.
You could pay to take rides on this stunt
Safe
boat,
dig.
dude. No sick as
Well, I
fuck.
think
But like those
sure
cigarette boats or cigar boats, whatever you want to call them, the really fast speed boats, those have a whole pod in the center that you're in. Because the boat will actually break around them,
I'm
and
sure
they'll just
there's-
fly out on this fucking pod.
I'm sure those Coast Guard boats, the ones that don't sink, that they can like tumble. I'm sure those have seat belts because the boat can tumble, and then like
I don't know.
it has to because if it starts tumbling, you're going to be on the roof, and then you're going to be on the floor, and then you're going to be
Just
on
got
the
to be
roof.
strong.
Then you're gonna be on the floor. Then you're gonna be on the roof, and then you're gonna be on the floor.
But they
then
won't
you're
sink. They'll always like come right side up.
gonna- That's interesting.
But
Have you ever seen seatbelts on a golf cart?
some, yeah.
Golf carts go 15 miles an hour.
I mean, that's a good place to have a
Well, I'm
seatbelt.
just trying to think of other
'Cause, like, pavement
enclosed
hurts.
vehicles that do or don't have seatbelts. I mean, like,
Motorcycles.
you know, it's just like dirt bikes and four wheelers with a seatbelt would make no fucking sense at all, unless you're.
No, because you're more likely to die if you're stuck to it.
Well, I was gonna say unless you're like handicapped of some sort. And you have
No,
all,
it's
like,
the
hand
likelihood.
controls,
The
like, you
likelihood
might
of
have to be
there's
like,
no reason to have a seatbelt on a dirt bike or a four wheeler because when you crash, you're supposed to get away from
The vehicle.
that you're on.
yeah.
You don't want that to be a part of you and tumble you.
But side by sides, seatbelts.
Also, as a cage.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my point.
So all enclosed things should, in theory, have seatbelts because they're going to
Except
keep
for
you
buses.
contained in that thing.
Because they want to roll it and you flip around.
They want them little
I don't
kids
think
to go
they want
flying.
you to do that.
No, those seats are designed that it's supposed to stop your impact. You like,
Well, like
That's why the
Uber
seats are
buses and
angled.
shit.
yeah. Well, not even school buses, but that's why the seats are angled like that because it's made to catch you and keep your head from going down. Like the force going forward, that's why they're angled like that.
Interesting.
Kurt.
Even though I remember on our school buses in high school, if you pushed on the back of it, you could feel the metal bar. The
Oh, the
cushion
metal
didn't
bar
come
right
all the way
there.
come
Oh,
past
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So you're gonna get a hell of a
Oh,
knot
yeah,
on your
dude.
fucking forehead.
You'd feel it.
Better than being dead.
Yep.
Better than being dead.
Not if it breaks my moneymaker.
Speaking of better being dead, boys,
Oh, dude.
let's talk about when animals attack.
Live action!
That's right.
Since my fucking phone here keeps being a cunt. Oh Hold on, let me try and get this pulled up. I wanted to talk to you guys about Todd Orr, who's this dude that got attacked by the same bear twice in one
Grizzly
day.
bear, I believe, right?
Yes,
Is it just
I
a very
believe
large
so.
gay man?
No, it was a legit bear.
Do you know they have a saying for the color of bears?
No.
They do. Like it's like a survival saying. So it's brown, lay down, black, attack, white, good night. Because if a polar bear attacks you,
You're dead.
There's nothing you can do. A black bear attack means you're supposed to act bigger than it, and that usually
And for brown bears, you play dead.
brown bears you play, grizzly bears, brown bears you play dead.
Hey, what do you do for gay bears?
You give them juice
Face down, ass up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
but
it.
then with the brown bear one though, it's like wouldn't they still be curious
No.
and like nibble at
They're
you?
more
no,
predator
they're
than.
dead.
They're normally there.
'Cause your
They're
heart's
normally getting
beating fast
attacked.
as fuck, dude.
No, they're normally attacking you because they feel threatened that you might harm one of their cubs. So once you act dead, you're no longer a threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen this video.
Yeah. So
This one. This one.
this also has like the story of it, so that's why I pulled it up. So this is 6 years ago. This happened in October 1st of 2016, and it was a grizzly bear. So he took a early morning hike in the Madison Valley to scout for elk. And knowing that bears are common throughout southwest Montana, where he was at, he said he was hollering out "Hey bear" about every 30 seconds or so not to surprise any bears. But my question is, if you're scouting for elk, don't you want to be quiet?
Yeah.
So isn't that counterintuitive?
Well, it depends on how far away
You
he's
don't
trying to look.
startle
Yeah,
them.
usually
But-
you see elk pretty far.
But for bear, I know they do that where like anytime you see a bear, if it's nearby, you yell "Hey bear,"
yeah,
and you just keep yelling at it, "Hey bear,"
yeah, you don't want to
and don't do that. I see you.
you don't want
Like
to sneak up on it, but I
you
don't
also
know.
pronounce Montana wrong. It's Montana.
Montana, sorry. Joe Montana was a cool.
I'm pretty sure bear attacks are pretty common in Montana or Montana. They got big grizzly.
So it says after about 3 miles in, he stepped out into an open meadow and hollered again. And then a few more steps in, he spotted a sow grizzly with her cubs on the trail. And the sow saw him right away and ran a short distance up the trail. Suddenly, she turned and charged straight at him, and he yelled a number of times, so she knew I was human, is what he says, which doesn't make sense because the bear's not going to know you're human. He might know you're there, but he's not going to be like, oh, that's a human.
My bad. My bad.
Didn't realize you were a human.
Puts the Smokey the Bear hat back on.
Oh, man.
I got no porridge for you.
This is too hot.
So he says within a couple of seconds, she was nearly on me, and he gave a full charge of bear spray at about 25 feet, but her momentum carried her right through the orange mist and onto him. This dude has a pistol on him this entire time, by the way.
That should be your stripper name, by
They
the way.
pulled out bear spray instead of a pistol.
Bear spray's usually pretty
Yeah,
effective.
that's better.
What?
If I have a choice between the two,
No, don't-
I am pulling
And
out
there's
a
a bear
gun
coming
over
at
a
me.
fucking bottle
I'm
of
pulling
spray.
my
dude.
gun and
you are
unloading.
nuts.
Do you know what's scarier than a pissed off bear?
A
wounded-
bleeding,
a
wounded pissed off bear.
Yeah, dude, then we'll spray the fucking spray in its wounds and shit after I fucking pop them.
Juice box, you're gonna die.
No,
I don't think you realize how fast
You
the
gotta be a
bear
good
want
is.
to
shot. You gotta be a
shoot that
very,
thing,
very
dude.
good shot.
If he's running in my exact fucking area, dude, I can.
I think you
fucking-
got a better
like, if he's
chance with
running
that
right
than
to
with
his, dude, you can just fucking
hoping bear spray, because like this happened, the bear probably got blinded but was running straight at him. So it
part of the
didn't matter.
effect of bear spray is how strong their scent is. So the smell of the bear spray actually prevents them from coming closer. Not always, but
Yeah.
that's kind of that's part of it as
Part
well.
of the effect of a 45 is all of them hit the same.
Also,
Well, a lot of the times, like if people are being attacked by a bear, they won't shoot the bear; they'll shoot at the bear.
Not me. I'm
Because-
aiming
because-
dead
Oh, shoot.
center,
No,
dead
but
center,
hold on.
chest and face.
Because
he said charge though, dude. If it starts to charge, you're
dead.
dead.
Yeah, hold on.
At that fucking thing.
Hold on. They do that. Like you'll watch a lot of fucking bear videos where they don't shoot the bear; they'll shoot at the bear because the sound and the percussion startles it, and it's better than wounding the bear, and then the bear's really fucking pissed off.
Imagine pulling out a bottle of that spray and doesn't work like an old bottle of fucking spray paint. That's what I'm saying.
Fucking
your
nozzles
spray,
clogged.
dude.
Well, you just throw it.
dude,
Like
it
at that
just
point,
starts-
you don't just keep trying to spray. You just
Starts,
throw
like,
it.
tripping out the fucking tip, dude. Like Matt's fucking
all out of
mid-wake
aerosol.
fucking jizz, dude. Starts like to trip out the tip, dude.
It's just out of aerosol.
Yeah,
You gotta like somehow fish that into its mouth when it's
yeah, dude, stand up, throwing the fucking can at the bear, and then you gotta pull your gun out anyway, dude. So I'm pulling my gun out first.
But
I'm
Matt, I
shooting
want
the
that to be
bear.
your stripper name, Red Mist.
I love it.
Honestly, too, like how fast bears are, depending on the distance, you probably wouldn't even be able to get your gun out fast enough.
They're pretty
Didn't
fucking
he say he
fast.
had like
Bear
5 to
spray,
7
he can get his
seconds?
gun.
He said he had like 5 to 7 seconds, didn't he?
Yeah.
Or it
Well,
was 5
no,
to 7
just, if he
something.
can get his bear spray, he can get to his gun. That's my thought. If you can go for one, you can go
Yeah,
for the
but
other.
how many rounds are you going to
Dude.
get off in 5 to 7 seconds
a
while
full
drawing?
charge,
I-
full charge of spray at 25 feet.
I'd rather.
That is from, dude. I have plenty of time to
Dude,
pull out my
that's
gun.
no,
even if
that's a
it's
quick
not loaded.
25 feet though. That's a
How
quick.
fast is
Bear
it
run
coming
like
at
30,
me, dude?
35
Bear
miles an hour,
quick.
dude.
So 20. Oh.
Yeah. 25 feet, you're dead. Quick Draw McGraw over here is fucking
Well,
dead.
no, but that's the thing. He already had his bear spray out and was able to.
He might have been walking
and
with
he
the bear
said he
spray.
hit the bear
Able-
at 25 feet away, dude.
Walk
like,
with, I'd be walking with my fucking gun if it's
Well,
that
they say,
prevalent.
well, they
Like,
say
So-
too, like if say you're like somebody is threatening you with a knife, right? If they're within 5 yards, 90% of people couldn't get their firearm out fast enough before that person could be on you. And
because they have
killing you.
enough speed. Unless
Yeah,
you're, like,
And that's a
severely
human.
injured,
That's a
they're
human. So
crawling
that's
at you.
15 feet.
And bears are much
So
faster.
at 25 feet,
Yeah,
and
but
they
like,
and they have 4-wheel drive.
yeah, but like, listen to the hypothetical. Well, to the actual scenario that happened. This dude had enough time to go on his
See?
fucking
Black Bear, 35 miles an
backpacking
hour,
trip
Kodiak
and
40.
pull
yeah,
his
but I'm
spray
trying
off
to
his
figure out their
backpack.
like their
Feet per second.
their acceleration. Yeah,
quick,
because
'cause
off the line,
so-
yeah, they can reach 35, and they're probably quick.
What's their
right?
40-yard
They're not
dash
getting- they're not
time?
getting
Is that what you're
to
trying to figure out?
Yeah, essentially, because they're not getting to 35 miles an hour in that short span. It's probably going to take a bit, and it probably takes them getting like a good, like 35 is like, in stride moving. That's
I like the pun in that graph.
And not even that. You can pull a gun out faster than you can pull a can out, dude. Because it was probably hanging
Fairly
from like a
adequate human.
carabiner or something. You had to unclip it, take the cap off, shake it, dude. Fucking get it ready.
Some of
have
them
to
are
shake
pop.
it.
Yeah,
Make
you don't have to
sure it
shake them,
wasn't-
but some of them have pop tops.
He had to make sure it
Where
wasn't
they're
facing
handled and
him.
you- as soon as you squeeze, they
they're like a
pop.
Trigger. It's like
Yeah.
it has an actual like
Oh,
a grip
so
on
it's-
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Heard it.
They're big, dude. Like those big cans of spray. They're not like like
That should be our next podcast. We'll spray juice with bear
hold
mace.
on. Hold on.
good.
His exact words is, "I gave her a full charge of bear spray at 25 feet." So at 25 feet,
She was
when you
already
let
too
that off.
close. That's
So
why.
at
And he-
25 feet,
and
if
however
that's
much
when I
time-
start shooting,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
getting
good.
all
You're good.
all my rounds into that bear. I'm pretty
100%.
sure.
Well,
Yeah, because you're,
you're
standing there
hoping to get all
misting
your rounds.
versus fucking.
I'm getting them.
Nah,
No, you're
yeah.
hoping
I'm
you don't miss.
You're hoping you don't
What's the
miss with
average?
the
What's the
miss.
average draw to fire time? Like that's what I'm curious now.
I don't know,
If you're
but-
being charged 25 feet, say you have 4 to 5 seconds, and
But
that's
it's not drawing in that he at 25 feet he let his spray out. He already
pull out a video of
drew
bear
it.
spray,
At 20
dude.
When it's at 25 feet is when you're starting to shoot. So that's
Okay.
not even drawing.
Yeah,
So
pull out a
draws,
video
it's-
of bear
it's-
spray.
It's just
What if you don't
unloaded.
even aim it at it properly? Do you hit his feet or you like aim up and you like miss his
not-
back?
it's not-
dude?
it's not that complicated.
Or juice
Can you,
first.
Matt? Can you bring up a picture?
You spray the bear spray, but it's a heavy headwind, and it just blows
Yeah,
right
dude,
back
it
in
hits
your
you
eyes.
back.
Now I'm blind. I can't. my eyes are burning, and the fucking bear's eating me.
Do something for him.
Can you bring up a picture of
Go
bear
on
mace?
YouTube. No, pull up a YouTube video. I want to see the fucking.
Yeah, the worst part,
Bumps
Juice,
that
is
it has,
most
dude. I wanna
animals
see
when
the
they kill
oomph.
something, they eat them ass first.
What?
Mhm.
Bears?
All things that eat meat.
Oh yeah, it does actually have like. Yeah, I want to see this.
Wolves,
dude.
bears.
Bears.
I mean,
Beans,
no, bear
greens,
spray's
potatoes.
It said
Optimized.
it said bear spray demonstration and safety tips. That was the video beneath this one.
Well, this guy's
On
saying
the-
how to use bear spray. It's like a fire extinguisher.
This is by
This is literally
dude.
Yellowstone National Park, which is like right around where this guy got fucked
Oh,
up
that's a
at.
belt.
Could save your life though.
I want to see how fast he does it, dude. Let's see his draw on this.
He's slow draw McGraw.
Yeah, that'd be my speed pulling the gun out too. But I would still fucking drop that bear.
See,
Alright,
but
hold on.
if If he would release this before the bear started charging at him, just to let him know, hey, stay out of this area, bear spray is good. But as soon as a bear starts charging, I don't think it really matters. That bear's adrenaline.
I'd rather have
gonna
a blind bear.
They say it can be a deterrent, though.
He's also done more steps than it takes to pull out a firearm.
Not really. What? You can yank that right out.
Dude, he had to yank it out, flip two things.
No, it's one clip
down.
that you can flip back with one finger and squeeze at the same time.
He had to pull the pin, flip the thing, and then pull the trigger, dude. That's like 3 extra steps, dude.
You're also gotta.
You pull that gun out and you start popping like Billy the Kid at that fucking bear, baby. Like there's just no holding back.
She's just
dude.
walking with a 6-shooter.
You're also
I don't have
working
to. I don't
under-
have to fucking flip any switches or
Hey, look,
anything.
look,
dude,
it's
and
one
pull a
clip you
fucking
flip
pin.
back, and then you can squeeze. That's it.
You're also got to think of like the tremendous amount.
And that
of
clip's only
pressure
there
you're
so you
under.
don't accidentally fucking set it off and blind yourself while you're walking.
You gotta remember you don't like nobody knows until it happens. Like how do you think under that type of pressure?
Oh, absolutely, dude. I would do terribly at it, but I'd rather go out shooting a gun than
See,
shooting
right there it just
a
said,
thing of mist
if you
at
go
a-
up
at a
A
bear.
little bit. If a bear charges you.
Yeah.
Because hear me out.
When
let
they're
me-
30 to 60 feet is when you're supposed to start spraying.
So it's
Dude,
He was
let me
pretty,
hit you with a
pretty,
hypothetical here.
pretty close.
Let's say that you see an article next week after we just had this conversation, and it was like man got attacked by a bear, and like the homie saw the whole thing. He made it out, so he lived to tell the tale and like explain how it happened, and be like, yeah, dude, he pulled out the bear spray and got him, but the bear didn't give a fuck, and he just killed him anyway. Your response, or at least my response, I would assume, would be, why the fuck didn't he have a gun on him, and why didn't he pull that out rather than a can of spray?
I think
I would at
think you
least
gotta
think that.
I think you gotta realize most of the normal handguns that at least we carry are 9mm.
And they're not going to hurt a bear much.
I don't.
I think
I
a
don't-
9mm is still traveling fast
hold
enough
on.
with a projectile that would still
Hold
hurt
on.
a bear more.
even
than
a
Oh, it'll
spray
hurt it.
Hold on.
Even a 40 or 45 is not.
Bears are tough.
They're so
Wound
tough.
it more than a bottle of spray, dude. That's
Wounding a
my-
bear is
The-
not. That's
the-
not what you want to do.
The spray is not to wound the bear. It's to deter the bear from murdering you.
That's what the
Yeah.
gun's for.
That's what the gun and the.
'Cause
and
it's
the-
But there's
loud
a
as
chance.
fuck,
But there's a
and I'm
chance
fucking
you
hurting
shoot
the
that.
guy.
There's a higher chance you shoot the bear, and it's more mad because now it's hurt.
Listen,
And
I'd
it's more
rather-
defensive now.
I'd rather take my chances with the gun. Is all I'm saying. You may.
That's
your
why
opinion
this
may be
table
that the
setup
bear
is the way
spray
it
is
is,
more
dude.
effective.
Okay, but like,
I think.
what are you aiming
I
for when
think-
the bear's coming at you?
Not his fucking
Center
head,
mass.
because
Center mass.
because
Because
I
I'm
already
just
know
hoping
that
it
its
hits
head
anywhere.
is thick as
gonna
fuck,
say, you're
dude.
not gonna hit-
I'm
you're
not
not-
shooting at its
Alright.
Unless you
skull.
shoot it in the eye.
That'd be stupid as shit. And I'm not.
I saw
I'm
a
not
video of a
doing-
bow hunter that shot a bear in the eye that was chasing him. He got real fucking lucky.
I'm not fucking. What's his name from?
And that was a
Lord of the
Kodiak.
Rings, dude. I'm not Orlando Bloom's
Here's the thing:
character.
the
dude. I
odds
couldn't do
are
it.
probably pretty
You're fucked.
similar
You're
that you
fucked no matter
survive
what.
either way.
You're fucked.
But they're not
either
good.
way.
No,
I'd
all of them
rather
are very
go out-
low.
I'd rather go out shooting a gun than shooting
Yeah.
spray, dude. That's just how I'd rather see it.
Well, I don't have bear spray. All I have is a gun. So yeah, I'd be doing the same thing.
That's what I'm
But just
saying, dude.
Well,
Like,
the other
what-
thing is to the comment.
I don't
of,
know
all we
bear
carry
spray
is
either.
9mm. I carry my 9mm because I am believing I'd be shooting a human, not a bear. If I'm somewhere where I think I'm going to be needing to shoot a bear or an elk or something big, I'll have a gun suitable for the occasion.
Matt has a hand cannon with a scope on it.
So yeah, it's not like I'm just going to be.
Like
I'm not going to be
like
walking
my-
around with a 22 in fucking bear territory,
like
right?
my Super Blackhawk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm walking around with a fucking something that's gonna. I mean, I'm gonna have to be extra, on look because it's gonna take me an extra couple seconds to get the 18 inches of barrel up. But
Well, there's a video online too. These guys are in a canoe and they're going down. They must be like somewhere.
Walk around with an 8 gauge with slugs.
I think they're in Alaska. And he
Are
had
there
a,
YouTube videos of bear attacks? Can you look
Well,
this up?
I wanted to get.
Can we get through
the
this
story.
video first?
Yeah.
Fine.
So within a couple seconds, he was on her, and he went to his face in the dirt and wrapped his arms around the back of my neck for protection. She was on top of me, biting my arms, shoulders, and backpack. The force of each bite was like a sledgehammer with teeth. She would stop for a few seconds and then bite again, over and over. After a couple minutes,
Oh, dude.
but what seemed an eternity, she disappeared. Stunned, I carefully picked myself up. I was alive and able to walk, so I headed back down the trail towards the truck, 3 miles below. As I half hiked and jogged down the trail, I glanced at my injuries. I had numerous bleeding puncture wounds on my arms and shoulders, but I knew I would survive, and thank God for getting me through this. I hope the bleeding wasn't too significant. I really didn't want to stop to dress the wounds. I
His
wanted
head's
to
from milk.
keep
Yeah.
moving and put distance between us.
Fuck that, dude.
Does he have the word the bear attacked him again?
Yeah, hold on, I gotta.
Says it's continued in the comments.
Yeah.
Dude, I wanna watch bear attack videos now, dude.
No, you don't. So like he was decent when the bear attacked him the first time, and then when it got him the second time, I think that's when it fucked
I
up.
guess he
his
didn't
head.
know how to pin it.
I'm not even saying bear attacks on humans. I just want to see like the speed that a bear goes at things and like how
It's
it
fast.
goes about. Does it stand up and come at?
It depends on what, like Kodiak
What's
brown
it do?
bears, the biggest bear you can really run into.
Does it
they were- they-
pounce on you? Does it charge?
It's just gonna bull rush you. Like it's gonna sprint straight into you.
It's
Yeah.
1,000-pound meat
Just-
Does it
missile, dude.
swipe? Is it just gonna fuck?
It's literally.
It's
just
gonna
when
run
it
you
comes
over
at
and do
you,
whatever the
it's-
fuck it wants.
It's just gonna
It's a
tackle you. and
1,000-pound
just engulf
killing
you.
machine, dude.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
That is an apex predator.
Yeah.
Like
So-
it's just going to any way it can get you, it's going to.
About 5 or 10 minutes down the trail, I heard a sound and turned to find the grizzly bearing down at 30 feet. She either followed me back down the trail or cut through the trees and randomly came out on the trail right behind me. Now, here's my other point to using a gun. If I wound it, I think there's less chance she comes back for a second attack. Because she's also wounded and isn't going to be looking for a fight anymore.
I think she would.
If you spray it, it's gonna be pissed, and it, like,
threat
rubs
was
it off.
neutralized.
I believe she did when she left him the first time.
The spray would piss it off, I think, more than a gun would.
In this scenario, yes, because there's once it attacks, you have no other defense. Like, I mean, he did have his pistol still, but at that point
He's fucked up.
He's fucked. He couldn't use it. But I think if you got a leaking bear with a fucking hole in its shoulder or something, you're less likely to get attacked again.
Wait, so he's
Because the bear has to weigh its options between, okay, I could get injured again, which could put me out in the long run. Because you got to remember, they have to survive too. They're not just killing machines. They're
Well, isn't that what
smart.
it
They're
did?
smart animals. They know that there's risk reward. So they might think twice about going to hit something again that could injure them. So that you could the bear loses its arm. That bear's dead in a couple weeks probably. He's not gonna survive. Most likely.
Well, you
So
just
I-
read, dude, that after he sprayed
No,
the
it has
bear
less
and
chances
pissed it
of
off,
it.
it
Okay.
came back.
Versus just hitting it with the eyes. That's what I'm saying. If you would
It
wound
came
a
back
bear,
after you pissed it off with spray.
it's
dude.
the same thing
You
as
need
like
the gun.
okay, so if I
It's a
get
deterrent. You didn't piss it off. You just tried to deter it.
And it came back, dude, because that
Yeah.
spray didn't do shit.
It came back because the threat wasn't eliminated.
because it also didn't realize it also doesn't think it thinks it's fully prey. It doesn't go, oh, this has predatory
Well, no, he
functions.
had cubs with it. It thinks it's a threat.
Yeah, but the second part when it's leaving, it's no longer just a threat. It's preying on it, like it's
To make
preying
sure
on
it's
it
dead.
to kill it. Yeah, I don't think it has that. If there's it's like if me and you got in a fight and you kick my ass, I'm not just gonna come up to you and hit you next time I see you because I know there's a repercussion for it. Like it puts that thought in your mind of like
I don't know if their brain works like that.
their brains do work that way. I listen to a lot of wildlife podcasts. Their brains absolutely they're apex predators for a reason. Yes, they're fucking massive killing machines. They're also very intelligent. Bears. I mean, look at bears in circuses. They can be trained to do so much shit.
Yeah, and then they kill their trainers.
So I think I think what we learned is,
They get pissed off,
just
dude.
carry a jar of honey.
True.
Give them the jar of honey, and they're gonna leave you alone.
Now I agree that that's a better move than both of those. Defense. You just lather yourself in honey. It'll lick you. It's
and then
not
you're
gonna bite
best
you.
friends forever.
Yep, and then you got yourself a
unless
better
he
weapon.
thinks, unless it ran out of honey and he thinks there's more honey inside of you.
That could be a flaw.
That could
you
be a
could think
flaw.
there's
This thing doesn't have any more honey. It's not oozing any
No,
more
no,
honey.
I can produce honey at 1 tablespoon at a time.
The bear's gonna kill you and then enjoy the honey. It's like if you present a bear honey, it's just like, you know what, like you're no longer a threat to
Just
me. and my
daps you
pups,
up.
dude. Yeah, like yo, what's up, fam? You and me were real tight, dude.
Keep bringing that
I
shit.
knew you bringing this honey. You weren't gonna hurt my children, dude. We're good.
It's like usually when I get honey, I get
Like,
stung.
I'm gonna let you leave. Thank you for the peace offering.
Well, see,
no, he's gonna
in
murder
my
you
case,
and then enjoy his
He
fucking.
would get stung because he would get the honey, but he'd get stung by a 45.
Well, that's why when we were up at the Poconos at the bachelor party and we saw that small cub outside, I got real nervous.
Dude, they go to break in the trash cans and shit.
No,
and find
that's
all that
fine. It just
cage.
worries me when there's a cub around.
Yeah, black bears are usually pretty neutral. unless they have
But
a
it's
cub.
just that's the thing is if mom's nearby, which she always is, that's a bad time for everybody.
grizzly bears
Listen,
are just
dude.
pissed off.
Yeah.
And I think actually grizzly bears eat a lot more meat than black bears. The black bears eat a lot of berries and shit
More
like that.
more terrifying than them or drop bears.
Bunch of forest
More
dogs.
terrifying than that is a polar
Gummy
bear.
bears.
Gummy bears are terrifying, depending on what they're dosed with.
A drop bear is a koala bear, by the way.
So,
They're not even a bear.
I love gummy bears.
as she again, started to attack him, he protected the back of his neck with his arms and kept tight against the ground to protect his face and eyes. And she slammed down on top. Here he says she slammed on top of me and bit my shoulder and arms again. One bite on my forearm went through to the bone, and I heard a crunch. My hand instantly went numb, and wrist and fingers were limp and unusable. The sudden pain made me flinch and gasp for breath. The sound triggered a frenzy of bites to my shoulder and upper back. I knew I couldn't move or make a sound again, so I huddled motionless. Another couple bites to my head and a gash opened above my ear, nearly scalping me. The blood gushed over my face and into my eyes. I didn't move. I thought this was the end. She would eventually hit an artery in my neck, and I would bleed out in the trail. But I knew that moving would trigger more bites, so I laid motionless, hoping it would end. She suddenly stopped and just stood on top of me, and I will never forget that brief moment of dead silence, except for the sound of her heavy breathing and sniffing. I could feel her breath on the back of my neck just inches away. I could feel her front claws digging into my lower back, below my backpack where she stood. I could smell the terrible pungent odor she emitted. For 30 seconds, she stood there crushing me. My chest was smashed into the ground and forehead in the dirt. When would the next onslaught of biting begin? I didn't move, and then she was gone.
It's probably the scariest part is like just her
That's
breathing on
wild,
your neck
dude.
Just waiting.
and hearing her.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're gushing blood.
She's like, "Move again, motherfucker."
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. So he says, I tried to peek out without moving, but my eyes were full of blood and I couldn't see. I thought if she came back a third time, I would be dead, so I had to do something. Staying in position on the ground, I slowly reached under my chest to grab at the pistol I was unable to get to earlier. I felt I needed something to save my life. You should have felt that earlier. The pistol wasn't there. I groped around again, but nothing. I wiped the blood from one eye and looked around. No bear. The pistol and holster were lying 5 feet to my left. The bear's ferocious bites and pulling had ripped the straps from the pack and the holster attached to it. Now trashed, that backpack may have helped prevent many more serious bites on my back and spine. I picked up everything and moved down the trail again. I couldn't believe I survived 2 attacks. Double lucky. Blood was dripping off my head, and both my elbows and shirt were soaked to the waist and into my pants. But a quick assessment told me I could make it another 45 minutes to the truck without losing too much blood. So suddenly this guy's a fucking doctor now.
He just a wilderness
No,
guy. Well, I mean, he knew he had to protect his
You
neck.
can also know.
He's taking courses, dude. He knows what he's
You
doing.
can also know,
Like,
roughly,
how are you
body-
feeling?
Yeah.
How bad are you dripping right now?
Yeah.
I mean, it's either you die or you fucking try.
You either
to
die
live.
there, or you die on your way back to the truck.
Yeah. So at the trailhead was one other vehicle. I really hoped the person that didn't run into the same bear. I snapped a couple quick photos and a video of my wounds, laid some jackets over the truck seat, and headed to town. I stopped a rancher along the way and asked him to make a call to the hospital. When I got into cell service, I made a quick call to my girlfriend to ask her how her morning was going, before freaking her out and asking her to bring me a change of clean clothes to the hospital. This dude seems pretty calm under pressure.
He needs to be, or he'd be dead.
Yeah, it's true. Another call to 911 to 911, and I gave operator a quick rundown of my injuries and asked her to call the hospital and give them a heads up. I was 10 minutes out. Moments later, I was met at the front door by the doctor, nurse, and an officer, and I had to ask the officer to open the door, put my truck in park, and unbuckle my seatbelt. My left arm was useless. He was impressed I had taken the effort to buckle.
Anyway, it's like I got lucky twice.
Yeah, that would have been the least of my worries was the seatbelt.
Yeah. So he had a chip in his ulnar bone in his forearm. And he took about 8 hours of stitching to get him back together. He had a bunch of puncture wounds up and down his arm and shoulders, a 5-inch gash along the side of my head, which you can see here. His head just flap, just hanging open. And then when he woke the next morning, he had a lot of deep bruises and scrapes showing up for where the bites didn't break through, or where the claws hit, or where the bear just straight up punched him. But he says he's lucky to be alive, and he made it out, made it through the mud.
Do you think he woke up the next morning like, man, I feel like I got pummeled by a grizzly bear?
Yeah,
Anytime he has a shitty day from now on, it's never going to be his worst day.
yeah.
No, dude, his next day was probably worse than that.
Oh yeah, dude. All that.
I would
shit,
take
he
the
was
bruising and
throbbing,
recovering over
dude.
being mauled by a bear.
How sore? I mean, sore-wise.
men- Sore.
Yeah, but mentally, the toll
His-
mentally is greater than the toll physically in my mind.
That's why I'm saying-
nearly dying.
Any day forward will not be his worst day. He's had
Yeah.
his worst
'Cause you
day.
think about it, he's gonna have nightmares about.
Being attacked by a bear.
But he won't have nightmares about waking up bruised.
Yeah.
But I wish there was like a follow-up after this of him with a bearskin rug. And he's like, I got her.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
No, he seemed like he cared. Like he cared
Yeah.
about like.
He cares about.
I mean,
the bears.
bears will do what bears do.
Yeah,
It's not his
at
fault.
No, and
It's not his fault. It's not the bear's fault.
No,
the
it's-
bear's living in nature, and he was in nature.
Yeah, it's a terrible.
Nature, everything wants to kill you, so he figures the bear sees that there's cubs. And
Humans without weapons are so low on the food chain.
Dude, we're damn near at the bottom. Literally, insects can kill us.
Peanuts.
Yeah, literally, like, yeah, exactly.
Have you ever eaten a mozzarella stick and like you didn't chew it good enough?
Do you know how many kids die a year eating hot dogs?
just air. I mean, you can have asthma and die. Just air can kill you. No, I mean, it's a crazy fucking, instance. It's just,
It's a good thing you knew to stay calm.
yeah, he really did play it as good as you could play it.
And it's crazy that like a bear, no matter like what you are, knows to go for the neck.
Yep.
Like, doesn't give a fuck what.
Lions do that too. That's where they bite. They bite the neck and the back.
Paralyze you, and then that's it.
Animals are fucking smart, man.
Well, that's what they do for a living.
Yeah. They know how to kill. They know what they're doing. But Anthony, can you pull that snake video up on here for me from your phone?
I have the article.
Oh, is that what it was? I didn't know if it was from like an Instagram post like this.
Yeah, it's an Instagram post, but there's no video.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
But I can forward it.
Wasn't it like a 20-foot snake?
I don't remember how
I
big.
think it's like a 20-foot
Big.
python.
It was big. It was big.
It's like one of those things too, dude. Is like you live like those people live with those animals, so it's not like you can just like just stay away from that snake. It's like
Yeah. It's like try and stay away from the grocery store.
yeah.
Because literally, like, if you want to go get food, you got to go near the snake. So this is the story of a 22-foot long python in Indonesia swallowing a grandmother whole, which is a sad story. And did they? You think they cut it open to get her out?
They did. There's a video of them
they
cutting
had
it open.
to.
Oh shit!
There's a video. They cut it. You could see like.
Well, we'll see if we can find that.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it while you go.
Believe it or
through
not,
it.
didn't even strip her. Just ate her with her clothes on.
Must not have a.
They said
It
and
needed fiber in its diet.
they estimated it was like a 15 to 20 minute thing.
Of her getting
I'd
swallowed.
struggle.
Oh, it would take a while to swallow.
I
that.
imagine probably even longer, like because I've seen them swallowing like rats. It takes.
You know
a
what I mean?
couple
Like
minutes.
to the point that she was swallowed. Like the strangulation was like they said they estimated like 15 to 20 minutes because like what they do.
Oh yeah.
What they do is they can feel you breathe. So as soon as you breathe out, they squeeze more, and then you breathe out again, and then they squeeze more.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't actually.
They don't squeeze you all
They
at
don't.
once.
No, they let you decompress yourself, and
So they
then
can take up that room.
it's so that you can't breathe more. So police told CNN Indonesia that a search was launched after the victim, only identified as Jara, 54, failed to return from collecting rubber from a plantation in Jambi province on Sunday. Her husband searched the area, but only found his wife's sandals, jacket, headscarf, and knife. Batara Jambi, police chief, told the outlet, and I don't know why I read that so weirdly. He returned to the same area with a search party the next day and stumbled across the giant snake with a swollen midsection where it had eaten something large, police confirmed. While video shows a volunteer carefully using a branch to pin the python's head down as others started bashing it above the swollen area. Imagine if you missed.
I have the video.
Yeah, dude, imagine you just cracking the body.
I mean, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
This is the video of it.
That's like mutilation of corpse or some shit, dude. I don't know.
You don't even know what it is yet. They found
I mean, they got
a
pretty
car
good
tire,
hunch,
a
dude.
license plate.
An entire,
horror
an entire
movie, dude. They gotta
1981
figure
Buick
it out.
LeSabre. Grandma's still inside.
Snake swallowed
So
a
fucking
Pinto,
stupid.
dude.
She got lucky. That thing seats 5.
Grandma got swallowed by a python.
Oh my god.
From her house
my
Christmas
God,
Eve. She tried to make it back from work, but she was stumbled and hurt. The snake swallowed her whole Christmas Eve.
God.
What do we got here?
They have it kind of.
Oh, they got it blurred.
I didn't think the video was necessarily need to be blurred. It wasn't even like that graphic. Because it wasn't that long, and all you saw was clothes. You didn't see like
killing an animal and a dead
Yeah.
body, I guess. That could-
Yeah. I mean,
Imagine they pop it open and she's like, "Surprise, motherfuckers!"
you found me.
she's like, it was so hard to breathe in there.
Wow. Yeah, that's
Hide and seek champion. Yeah, but I mean, nature's gonna nature.
she comes out and she's like, "I knew I lost my watch somewhere," and she like holds it over her head.
It's crazy
everything
that
in.
snakes can do that. And
Swallow
know
a
that
whole
they can
human.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot to.
This is also why I think that there's giant fucking sea creatures.
You also
out there,
gotta
dude.
think that now there's
Because
pythons
look at that
in
shit,
the
dude.
Everglades.
Yeah.
Snakes could take over the planet if they were
We're
smart.
taking over the Everglades.
What was that prehistoric snake, the Titanoboa? That was the dinosaur snake. The thing's fucking huge.
A what?
Titanoboa.
That's
That's
like the huge one.
that's like the giant dinosaur snake.
Damn, dude.
That's literally what I searched.
Yeah, I'm trying to find an unblurred vision.
Yeah, I don't think it's that graphic to begin with.
I don't know. I just clicked the first video. I saw that it came up with a video, and
I could be wrong.
Dude, I want to see this fucking prehistoric boa.
we'll look that up
Look
then.
it up then. But it's just like crazy that like now we have them in the United States,
Yeah.
and that's a problem. But you can get paid. Dude, you can get like $800 per fucking python.
Let's go.
We're going to Florida.
You know,
I'm down, dude.
you know how people get fucked up trying to get.
Well,
them.
yeah, their fucking teeth are like 4 inches long,
well, I
and they
think-
start strangling you immediately.
I think what they go about is they think they want a perfect skin so they can make a lot of money. I'll take half of that and just blast it with a shotgun.
That's all we'll need. We need shotguns and hatchets.
I'm carrying a 6-foot katana. And I'm gonna slice that fucker's head off from fucking 5 feet
All right,
away.
hear me out. We're gonna all do a year of jujitsu, and then we're gonna go snake hunting. Because if it starts wrangling you, we need to know how to wrangle it back.
And we're going to listen to Ted Nugent Stranglehold. I'm going to stranglehold them all.
I'm gonna be the first one to put a snake in a Kimura.
King Kimura?
Look up that old friggin' thing, dude.
All right, what's it called?
Titanoboa.
I love how, like, I don't love
That's like a
actually.
recreation
I
of
can't
one.
say that. It's just crazy that they're like, oh, she's missing. And they're like, well, there's a big snake with a big, like a really full belly. It's got to be her.
The
47 feet long. It's a prehistoric snake.
What is that on the right?
That's probably its skull
One of its backbone.
or one of the vertebrae.
Vertebrae, yeah.
It's a vertebrae. Yeah. You can find like a recreation of what they think they looked like
Yeah, they're fucking mad. They look
They're
Yeah, I
like
want to see like a
anaconda.
size comparison.
right there.
I put on my glasses. That's blurry.
They look like turds.
It's a big earthworm. Wish
That
they'd give you
is
like
a-
snakes that you would know.
That is a
That
gigantic
is a
snake.
huge snake, dude.
Should see my penis.
Oh my god.
If you go back, Matt, they have a picture at the. If you go like, yeah, they had a picture of a recreation right there. That first
It's
picture.
that first picture, I think. 2,500 pounds.
See that right there? That's a recreation of what they think they look like.
Yeah, that one.
Look how fucking big that thing is.
That thing is huge, dude.
And those things just roam the earth. If you got eaten by it, nobody would fucking know.
Well, I mean, they wouldn't even eat. You're too small.
Well, those probably didn't roam the earth when people were on it.
That's a real photo on the beach.
Yeah, nah, dude. That's it.
Biggest snake ever.
That would be insane, dude.
I mean, they ate dinosaurs. They would strangle and eat dinosaurs.
Yeah, well, there's a one that to the person.
To Juice's point, there could be eels. This
Yeah,
size
they're-
that are
Bro,
still
it's
Pull up
so
that
insane
chart,
because,
Matt.
dude, like Indonesia's
In the middle there.
lands have been walked and explored more in other parts of the sea that haven't been touched at all,
There
and
could
that's
be-
why
there
I
could be
think
eels this
that
size.
evolution would allow things to just continually
You gotta have a
grow.
food source. You gotta have
Yeah.
a good food source. That's why a lot
That
of big
this thing would
animals-
have to eat
Yeah,
elephants.
but we don't know other types of food. So I mean,
You
like,
guys
we're
realize
still
that
discovering
whales.
shit.
I'm not saying ocean-wise. I'm just saying- I'm
Look
saying
up
land-wise.
how often
No, I'm
these
talking,
sea
I'm
creatures
talking about like
are
I'm talking
discovered,
about a
dude.
snake right now, like on.
Yeah, I'm speaking solely on the snake.
Yeah, but we just said we were just like the point we were saying. Like, yeah,
Eels?
this snake couldn't be alive today, but we said in the water something this size could be alive this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
evolution
there is.
could allow it to just keep going, and
Yeah.
it would have never been seen or touched or fucked
Yeah,
with.
yeah, exactly.
Look up how many sea creatures are discovered like daily, dude. I wonder if there's like a thing on that.
It's probably hard to. Like I would do each year.
What if it just says one?
Yeah, maybe. How often is new life
About
discovered
2,000
in the
new
ocean?
ocean species are discovered every year.
2,000
So 2,000 divided by
species
365.
yearly.
That's roughly 3 a day.
5.47.
I'm bad at math.
so
almost
says
5.5 a day are found.
so. Let's just cut it down to 5. There are 5 species of sea creature found a day, dude.
But most of them are very small.
Yeah, most are small and most are in shallow waters, dude.
Yeah.
Let's not even talk about the shit that could be down there, dude.
We know you don't like the deep dark water.
I know.
It's the
and
culture
all
of the
you
ocean.
know that too, dude. But you know what? It's fine because we're gonna figure it out together, dude, and we're gonna get through all this
You
together.
know what you guys don't know? You don't know what I'm about to tell you.
Sounds about right.
It's a large snake.
Is it? They say.
What is it? What's that, bro?
What the fuck is that?
It's what? What the hell is that?
What in tarnation is that? Not mine.
Not your nuts.
Narracort is what it is.
I might eat one, dude. I might fucking
Narracort.
not a narracord. Someone is.
N-A-R-A-C-O-O-R-T-E.
That should be your question.
Yeah, what?
Narracord.
is?
Is it Naracorte?
It could be Narracorte.
Okay.
I don't know. Juice box, 20 seconds.
Just give Matt his 5 points already.
we should have Siri just pronounce things.
Man,
10 seconds.
it was the name of
2 seconds.
it was the name of a ship.
Name of a ship.
Naracorte.
Anthony, 20 seconds.
Sailed on the Narracorte.
It is a fungus
Fungus.
among us.
That's a delicious brownie.
Fungus among us.
It's a rock formation.
A rock formation.
Rock lobster.
Are you talking about like a rock band
Yeah.
or a mountain?
Like a mountain.
That was a quick round of guesses, boys. We seem confident in our assumptions. Who would like to?
Are any of us close?
No.
I think he's done giving out hints because
That's
I think
not a
he's
hint. That's not a
because
hint to say if
he's
anybody's
just
close.
he's just trying to get those 5 points every week, dude. He's not being as helpful anymore. I noticed that recently.
I've been more helpful as of recently than I ever was.
Give him 15 seconds.
Anthony
to guess.
showed me.
You know what? Deduct 4 points.
Dude.
Yeah, we've
Because
been,
Juice is bitching.
No. Ever since there was a a listener that messaged one of you guys and said that 1 week my hints were shit, and I agreed that they were shit.
His
Ever
opinions
since
are
then-
shit, dude. Fuck you.
No, he was right. And ever since then, I've
He makes
stepped
sure
it
he
up
gives
a little
better-
bit
better
to get
hints.
Better hints. I take these.
I think
and
you're
that's
doing a
why
good-
I
you're-
want people to comment on shit.
You're
Tell
doing
us
a good
if
job.
we're
You're doing a
bad.
good job, man.
I'll
Yeah,
do
no,
better.
you are
juice.
doing a good job. But
No,
fuck that guy, dude,
Thank
and
you.
his opinions.
Somebody
dude.
should give us an
Like,
opinion
no,
that we
man.
need a gay butthole sign above
You tell
juice.
them to like and comment, and then when they like and comment, you ridicule them.
Yeah. Why do you think I
Yeah,
stopped doing
but
polls?
it's
Because you got
only-
upset every time somebody did a poll and you would yell at
He was
people.
always against his opinion.
Dude, I mean, like, there's no issue.
I don't want our listeners yelled at anymore.
Listen, there's no issue that people have different thoughts and opinions about things.
It's just if they're not yours.
Line up with yours.
Yeah.
No, there's no issue if people don't have things to line up with my thoughts, but I'm still gonna speak my mind on how I feel
And
about
tell
you,
them they're
dude.
wrong.
Yeah, how I feel is if you're wrong, dude.
Okay.
Okay.
How y'all tell me is if I feel, or y'all feel like I'm wrong. Like when I say I have an exquisite fucking set of taste buds, and he's gonna be like, "You eat fucking chicken fingers and
Yeah.
pizza every day."
I mean, everybody that watches this podcast knows
I
that you're-
beg to differ, dude. I eat good foods.
As long as they're the same foods over
What do you
and over
consider
again.
good foods? Because none of those foods are good for you.
I just
None-
mean tasty foods. I don't mean healthy,
Let
dude.
Matt get along with this.
I don't
He was
think-
fucking close.
I don't mean healthy. I mean tasty.
Fuck, shut the fuck up
For 2 seconds.
One of you are close as a whole. That's what I'll say.
Somebody has a close hole.
Is it a gay hole?
Dude,
So-
I don't like that.
No, one of your
Answers was close.
answers.
That's what he's saying.
As a whole, your answer was correct. So
Give me the
That's what I'm
5
saying.
points.
all right.
What's your question, Juice?
What would you like to know about Naracourt? Juice. Box juice. Boost jock. Jock's boost.
Jabouf.
Is it like a scientific name or something, or is it just like a?
Are you asking if it's like a Latin name of
Yeah.
it? It is not a
Yeah.
Latin name for something, no.
Okay.
You wasted your fucking question.
Sometimes you ask like
No, that's a
fucking
good
what like
question.
year they were started, dude. Who gives a fuck if someone was started in 1752? That doesn't help me at all,
Yes, it
dude.
does. Yes, it
You
does.
tell me one thing helps that happened in
The one,
1752.
the one that we
can
found
help
out
you with
when
a
we were
lead.
guessing whether it was farm equipment because it was like the 1500s.
Or what about the pillory? That puts
Yeah.
you right dead into like,
like
it can
if
only-
Sometimes it does help.
It
like
does
when I
help
said
you.
medieval, you guys kind of knew like okay.
Okay, so it's probably something.
Oh well,
yeah.
dude, when
you know,
it's
like-
See?
yeah,
Yeah,
when it's-
see?
yeah.
It can.
Or
It
if he's
can
like
help.
10
It
BC,
could
I'm
be
like, it's
helpful.
Jesus.
If it's like a specific like medieval given kind of thing, yeah.
Or
But
is
if
it
it's
Because
like,
it limits what your options are.
yeah, but it could be like it
'Cause if
happened
it's-
in like or like it was found in 1913. Like, what are you gonna? Like, how's
That's
that
a lot
help
of
you?
things. That's the beginning of the fucking.
Industrial Revolution.
Yeah.
it's like the heart of the Industrial Revolution.
That's a lot. That could be trains,
I
planes,
need
or
to think-
automobiles.
I need to think of worse fucking years for examples, dude. But bravo, you're right. I was gonna call back, dude. I need to think of better years as examples. But go
Greens,
on.
beans, potatoes.
What do you want to know, Annie?
Is it edible?
No,
Unless you're brave.
not edible. Carl?
Where was it founded?
South Australia. Mate.
It's a didgeridoo.
Down under, mate. Juice box. Final answer. 20 seconds now.
Narcourt.
It's not edible. It's not the Latin name. It's from South Australia. And as a whole, one of your answers is correct. But none of them were correct.
Dude, the whole thing has got me fucked up. So I'm gonna say it's like a set of springs or like caves in Australia.
Oh, when you said springs, I did not think
I
of
was
like natural
wait.
springs.
I was like,
I was
springs.
like, springs?
What do you
Shocks.
mean? Oh, it's
Like springs, like a spring.
Springs.
Yeah.
Those are two
Anthony.
totally different things.
Well, That
Well,
is true.
like-
I was
like-
thinking that as I was typing that. I feel like I should give them springs and not
You know what I
caves.
mean? Like geysers.
Because
That's another different thing.
I'm getting rid of
That's a
caves
it's a
because I
water
think you're
cave.
thinking water, like water with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like some
I'll put natural springs because that is two different answers. And I was thinking that as I was typing it, but I was like, see what
I think my final answer. I'd rather have it be caves, just because I want to use.
Well, here's
go
the
along
thing.
You
your
said
hand
springs
you
first.
answered.
holes.
You answered after the 20 seconds, and you said set of springs, and that like I'm gonna take that as the first. I think that's fair to these.
Well,
You
dude,
gotta
I was-
remember, you gotta be fair to these. You can't say like, oh, I think it's a mountain or a valley. You're covering too much land, literally.
I want to use caves.
You said
dude.
springs.
You
That's
said
the first
springs
thing
first.
you said.
That's what I gotta take. I gotta.
I
I
was
gotta.
imagining like holes with water in them, dude. Which
I
could
got
be a
it.
cave too.
You're imagining holes with water in them.
Yeah,
That's
which is
a
where like
spring.
the spring. I know. That's what I'm saying.
As
But
your
it'd be a cave, dude.
As your definition, you just said holes of water. That's case solved.
It works.
You're a wizard,
Admitted.
Exactly.
Springs.
Springs.
Anthony.
Caves.
20 seconds.
I didn't even like think of anything because he's made my brain so dumb.
I'm throwing off my.
I'm just
fucking
gonna
opponents.
I'm just gonna say it's like an Australian bolas, which is like the two rocks with a string to like you sling it at animals, ties their feet up. It's like an Australian weapon you can put. That's fine.
Okay, I know what you're talking
Yeah, but it's a bolas.
Aren't they bolos?
about. No, that's a tie. That is actually, I think, modeled off of that because
Yeah.
it's the same thing, but it's through like one of them.
A bolo?
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carl.
I want to answer this, but I want to say like it's like a. What do they call them? It's not like I don't want to say a canyon, but it's like an area of where a river ran through at one point and made like a rock formation. You know what I'm saying? I guess it would be a canyon.
Yeah, that's a canyon.
I guess but
Like
when
the
I think
Grand
of
Canyon.
but I know there's no Grand Canyon. Just put down canyon.
Canyon.
Australia's Grand Canyon.
Because when I think of canyon, I think of like a really big overlook, and I don't think
Okay.
See, like a cave, dude.
that's not a cave. I was gonna use cave just to be a dick.
You should have.
You should have because they are caves.
That's what I'm fucking saying, dude. I knew
You
they were
said
caves.
spring.
I was
You said
picturing just
springs.
holes, dude.
So Naracoorte Caves are these cool limestone caves in South Australia that have been around for like, the all of time. And they're actually like so like hidden, I want to say, in a sense that there's literally like millions of years of layers built up of animals and sediment,
Yeah, you can
everything,
see,
and like
like-
everything falling in. That there's like literally layers of like you can
Like
see,
tree rings.
fossils. Yeah, exactly. Of like
There's
time.
springs in caves, dude.
Are you fighting for points right now, Juice?
Next time I give my answer, it's gonna be 4 different things.
Just because I said caves, dude.
You know, like they
And
do
then
Prices
I said
Right.
I want my final answer to
So,
be caves.
You know they do prices right, and like one guy always picks like 1
$1
cent or a
Yeah.
dollar.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna start doing. Whatever you guess, I'm gonna be like $1
Just under.
and a cent.
So, points. This is tough to give points out because Carl with a rock formation, it's technically
He's technically more right.
correct as it's a rock formation.
And if there's springs inside of these caves, then I'm technically correct too.
No, because it's not a
No,
spring.
because it's a cave system.
It's a cave system.
I also said caves to my answer.
You
you
said
you
springs.
decided
You
that my
did.
final answer was springs instead
If
of
you
caves.
would have answered within the 20 seconds
because he
and
said
revised your
overlook,
answer,
and what if he chose, or what if he wanted to be overlook instead of canyon? But he said
he
overlook
gave me
first.
his answer within his 20 seconds.
Yeah, he corrected and
But he
finalized
took
his
20
answer.
seconds to try to explain what it was,
said
and then
it
at the
wasn't
end
an
said,
overlook.
"You know what? Just make my
I'm taking
answer
this to
canyon."
court, dude. You were talking during my 20-second friggin' guess
Every
period.
time, that's what we do. I say you get 20 seconds, and then we give you your 20. You answered after the bell. And
Not
then
because
you, gave me your
because
first answer was a
because
natural
while
set
I
of
was
springs.
because while I was thinking, you
It is
started
not an
talking,
uninterrupted 20 seconds.
and you told me it's from South Australia. You said it's not a Latin term, and you said you can't eat it.
And then you said springs.
Yeah. You said
and caves.
You said
Australian
Australian.
You can't have two answers.
What?
That's what
I
we're
said
getting
or
at.
a cave.
Yeah, that's two answers.
Yeah, but
because you answered, if you would have done that in the 20 seconds.
so if I was said spring or cave,
If you
and I
would've
said final answer cave before the ding,
You
it
would've been
would've
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or
Well,
if you would have
because
said
after the ding,
Yes.
or Juice, if
You
you would have said
choose.
caves or springs, we
you
would have
ch-
picked cave.
You choose that I didn't win
I
after
chose
the ding.
the first answer that I heard from you. So
If you would have said caves or springs, he would have chose caves.
And he wrote
Would
down.
you?
Yes.
And then he
'cause it was
wrote
the
down
I literally
both.
said it's the first answer you took.
And then he
Makes
wrote
more
down
sense.
both, and I said, "How does he have two